All right, going live in three, two, one. Well, this is soaking up spilled ink with Rachel. We're at episode number 6. How are you doing this evening, Rachel?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Your audio quality sounds very good. I must say. I don't. When we were talking back and forth, we weren't having before we went live. I noticed we were not having any issues talking over each other, which sometimes
No.
I've had issues with people. I start talking and then they can't hear me, or vice versa. But it looks
hmm
like we're in pretty good shape at this point. So.
I was hearing a bit of an echo before, but now I think it's I think it's gone.
It's probably because I put my headphones on, so I
Ah,
apologize for
that would
that.
help.
So, so how are things going in the world of Rachel? Anything new or exciting?
um, Trying to think. I want something to be new and exciting. The only thing I can think of at the moment is I started a new embroidery project, but that's about it.
Oh, can you show us this one? Is this something we could look at as well? Like you've shown, like your last one you showed us was the I forget. I'm
It's
sorry.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, hog. I'm sorry, I forget the name of the thing.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can get a good picture here to pull up for you. But yeah, I started that, and then nothing else super exciting. Just kind of waiting for the whole Christmas thing to happen so that I can have some time to just chill.
Cool. Well, while you're bringing that up, I'll bring up our affiliate link. That's for those who want to help support our show and what we're doing here. That's NordVPN, and
Mm.
I've used NordVPN in the past. What the original? I'll tell you what I did. The very first time I ever used NordVPN was I purchased a video game, and
Uh-huh.
it was supposed to be. I purchased it from Germany, and because of that, it could only be installed in Germany. So what I
Oh
do
yeah.
I purchased, I got an account with NordVPN and made it look like I was in Germany, and it let me install the game without any problems. So,
Very nice, very nice. I used a VPN for similar reasons. I lived in Spain for a year. And using VPNs helped me be able to, watch shows that were only available in the United States or only available in Canada. Um, VPNs can be very useful for that kind of thing.
interesting. So, did that work? Does that work pretty well? I've heard of
Oh
people doing
yes,
that. Oh,
yes, it
okay,
works very well.
cool. Well, for those who are interested in helping support our show, with the link, there's an affiliate link at the very top of our video description here. So you can click on that, and that helps keep us going here. So we appreciate that. So,
Hmm.
all right. So, did you have your embroidery there? I'm curious.
Trying to load it up here. I just took a
Uh,
picture of it, and it's got to load to my to the cloud before I can show it off. It's a it's supposed to be a like an advent calendar sort of thing that counts down to Christmas, but I didn't get it until later. And so I'm only on day 9 at the moment, even though, it's the 15th. I'm slowly catching up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The so when did you start this one? Is this something that was very recent? How long did?
Yeah, I started at the end of last week, and there's quite a bit of detail. This is like my second project ever. Here, let me make sure my name isn't fully on that. No, it's not. Okay, so um yeah, here. There we go. You can
There we
see
go.
it's a little, yeah, and it has I did a whole outline with all the little tiny um bits and pieces around the edges, and now I'm filling in each of the days here. I had
Oh,
on the first was a
that-
little drum. Yeah.
that's pretty cool. No, as far as the award, unlike the other one that you showed us with from
Harry
what
Potter.
was it? Harry Potter Hogwarts, right? I know
Mhm.
you just told me
Yes,
this
Harry
too.
Potter Hogwarts.
Yes, that one was more. Is this kind of stencil? That was kind of like stenciled in a little. And you were just following a pattern. Are you following a pattern
Yeah.
on this one? Okay.
Yeah, a bit. You can see a little bit here, like you can see the little outlines that I'm following here. I'm definitely not uh skilled enough to go, without a pattern to follow, but it's pretty fun.
It looks pretty cool. The so what are the images? It looks like a Christmas tree. I can't really point at it, but the
Mhm.
right. in the middle bottom. Is that like
Yeah,
a
the
Christmas
middle
tree?
bottom one there, that's the 25th, it'll be a Christmas tree.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so I'll update you next week on how it looks, and we'll see. So by next week, I should be, on the 22nd, which is down here. It's a whatever that plant is called. I know what it's called. It's the big, beautiful poinsettia. Big, beautiful
okay.
red plant that they always have. It's poinsettia. Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say mistletoe. I wasn't sure if that was it. Is it
mistletoe,
mistletoe?
yeah. This is mistletoe up here.
Oh,
Well,
there's
it's kind
mistletoe.
of this is holly, but it could be mistletoe. I think holly is mistletoe. No, they might be different things.
And
But yeah.
is that Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer?
Yeah, got a little red nose on him there. We have a little star. That was fun to do.
When I was a kid, I was I used to believe in Santa and all the reindeer, except I was
Always
very
gotta believe in magic of Christmas.
but when I was a kid, I was very
Mhm.
adamant that Rudolph did not exist. I said no, Rudolph is not real. All the other stuff is real, but not Rudolph.
Not Rudolph. That's an interesting take to have. Okay, alright. Rudolph
And
isn't
people
real.
and the other kids will always, no, of course Rudolph's real. I said, no, he's not. He can't be real. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's funny.
I bet probably because I think it was because it was based on a TV show I saw. So I thought maybe, well,
Right.
it's a TV show. It must have been
It
made
was
up.
just
And
a yeah, made up show. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
cool. Well, I anticipate seeing the result. Do you think you'll have that finished by next week or?
Oh, no, I don't wanna get ahead of myself, so I should be on the 22nd by next week, and
Oh, perfect.
then after that, it should be fun because this is 23, 24, 25. So I'll have to share the Christmas tree, probably in January would be our next show after that because 'cause I'm gonna go visit my sister in Florida for Christmas, and be with her and her baby, who will be 6 months,
Oh boy.
and who I absolutely love. And I'm
Oh, that's
very
cool.
excited we get to spend Christmas together.
That sounds like fun. I hope the baby is well, a 6 month old baby is my sister. Well, I remember she brought her 6 month old baby over to my house for the first time. That was several years ago.
Uh-huh.
He's now like 12 years old.
Yeah.
But he when the funny part was he had not figured out how to raise his head yet. He couldn't support his head on his neck yet.
Oh,
But while he
okay,
was
so
at my
definitely not
house,
6 months.
okay, well, yeah, whatever. I'm not sure how old he was, but he
Well,
was.
yeah.
But the funny part was while he was at my house, he actually learned to do it while he was visiting that day. So,
Oh,
um,
yeah, yeah.
so
See, my nephew's very close to being able to crawl, but he's not quite there yet. And so I keep joking with her that he's waiting for me to do it because when I went down before he was born, he was supposed to be born before I got there, and he didn't. He didn't come until 2 days after I got there, and so I teased her that he was just waiting for me, and now I'm telling her he's waiting for me again so that he can crawl for the first time.
so you're responsible for his birthday, huh?
Yes. Oh, yes. It's all me.
What any other nephews there? Is just him?
Nope,
Or you?
he's it. He's the
That's
first
cool.
one. Yeah.
All righty. Well, I hope everything goes well, and I wish everyone happy holidays with that too. So,
Thank you.
all right. Well, let's take a look at our question from last week, which is also
Yes.
a Christmas related question. There we go. I have to bring it up here. It was do you celebrate St. Nicholas Day, December the 6th? And was that 1,600 votes?
Overwhelming. Yeah.
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 And
I think so.
58% saying yes. No. After that, 29% with no. Next, we have 9% with I don't care. And 4% with I celebrate a different holiday. Leave a
Mhm.
comment. So I after we did this, I kept on saying something to the effect. I told you I was going to add to this before we went live
Yeah, yeah.
that that the I was for some reason I thought this took place on the 17th of December, and that thinking about after the show was done, I realized I guess it was December the 6th. So it's been such a long time since I actually celebrated it. I was a kid, very young, so
Right, right.
it just slipped my mind. Something for some reason there was something that I thought took place on the 17th or whatever, and I guess I was just making things up in my head. I was just remembering it quickly. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
after that, you were right. I just want to make sure you understand. I want to
Oh,
make
well, thank
acknowledge
you.
that you had. And I was because I was disagreeing with you last time, and I was like, no. And it's like and I was saying something to the effect that maybe people celebrate it differently, but no, I think I was just my mind was just flaking off somewhere. So that's so let's take a look at our responses here. Let me put them in the newest first. What we got here. I don't care. TBH. Let's see. I am Isaac says I
I
am
am
Brazil.
Brazil. Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
don't
but
know
the fifth.
the
Mm-hmm.
fifth. What
I
does that mean?
give. Yes, but I'm assuming that person celebrates it on the fifth.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Yep, and I give gifts to the kids instead of Christmas, not in addition to Christmas. Instead, interesting.
Yeah, that's Kiss Best fan. He's a regular contributor to our shows.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I can't read the name on this one. I celebrate
Van
Saint Nicholas.
Haas, because
What's
I'm
that?
from Romania. It looks like Vanahas.
Okay,
Vanahas.
thank you. I celebrate Saint Nicholas because I'm from Romania. Oh,
Yeah, it's
is
more
that
popular in Europe, I think.
okay? Okay, and let's see. I don't know what the language says. Sorry, something has my name in there at the very end. So a
It
little smiley
does.
face. So I hope it's something. I assume it's something
Salut
good.
atuti kadim kasut. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing.
Okay.
I can't
Good.
imagine what it says. That's a
Uh,
thing.
yeah. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Another
What's
person.
that?
What's it's a European
European.
celebration we do when we are about to be Christmas. It says
Hmm.
that's how it's worded. So,
The
uh,
no, and then what do you mean?
do you mean yeah another? Oh, it's the same person, I guess.
European. Oh yeah,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
going on the explain train for us.
Yes, copy and paste. So yes, thanks for explaining that to our viewers. Yeah, I agree. When I used to say St. Nicholas Day, a lot of people would just go, what is that?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was really cool to see someone else like you, like yourself, who actually knew what it was. So
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And it's surprising, 58% of the votes were that they did know and celebrate it.
yeah, well, this is a very wide international audience I have, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's probably why. So, uh, I would say though we do get a lot of people from Asia. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm making an assumption here, not that maybe most people in Asia probably would not know what it is, but I don't
I
know.
would have I would imagine no. It's
But
more of a Europe thing than, but I don't know.
yeah, India may because India used to be occupied by Great Britain. Maybe I don't know, but I'm just
Hmm.
making guesses. That's a pure guess on my end. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
we got was it Kayura saying hi? So hi back.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay. So how do you feel about that? Anything else you'd like to add to that? To
No,
the
it was a super interesting one. I'm glad we did that. That's very interesting to know.
yeah.
Because I never met anybody else, and growing up, I'd always talk about it in school, and everybody's like, "What? What are you talking about? That's not a thing." Because to me, the whole letters to Santa thing, that was foreign, like mailing a letter to Santa. Like, what are you doing mailing a letter to Santa? Doesn't he come to your house and pick it up like he comes to my house to pick it up? I always thought that was so weird when I was growing up. Why are you trying to mail your letter? He'll come take it, just put it in the window.
It's interesting. Yeah, no, I would actually give it to my dad who would supposedly mail the letter.
Right, right.
So yeah, I was one of the people that did go through the mailing process. So
Mm. I actually signed up for the Letters to Santa program this year. You get a list, and then you can donate gifts and stuff, a Christmas list to a child.
oh, that's pretty cool. That's neat.
Yeah. You
I,
can sign up for that through the US Postal Service if anybody wants to do such a thing. It's a very good charity.
the I will say getting back to the letters I write my dad when I was probably I guess probably about 12 or so. Every Christmas we would go to my dad's work.
Hmm.
I should the Christmas. I think I should do the Christmas train set and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we were sitting in his office, and what he did was he actually brought the letters to his work and left them at his work in his desk.
Oh.
So so he pulled one of them out, one of the older letters, and he read it out loud. And I remember is every single thing I was as a child when I was 6 years old, I was seriously addicted to the cartoon The Flintstones. So,
Okay.
And so it was, every single thing was it was like 30 things or so. I don't know how many, but it was a lot. And it was just me asking. I wanted the Flintstones this. I wanted the Flintstones that. I wanted every single thing. What had to be something with to do with the TV show The Flintstones. So
Oh my God, that's amazing.
so we were laughing at. I don't. He probably doesn't have it anymore. That was several years ago, but it was just funny.
Right. That's so funny though.
So, we got another regular. He's this is our new regular. I don't know if you've seen him yet.
Decennis.
How's it pronounced?
I would imagine Decennis.
Oh, okay. Play 3.0 with a little Christmas tree. He
Mhm.
watches all our shows now. So hi back.
Oh, hello.
So
Good to have you with us.
yes. All right. So do you have anything? Our question for. Oh wait a minute. You know what? Before we go too far,
Mhm.
let me show you some. If I can find this, you might find it maybe a little amusing. I can show you one of the items I did get. I don't actually own the item anymore,
Okay.
but I can show you something I received as a gift. When I was a kid. I'm pretty sure I can find it here. Let's see. I'll wait. I'll tell you. I don't want to say what it is. I'll let you see what it is.
Okay.
We'll check it. I'll check all of this. Let's see. Yep, here it is. This is exactly what I had. I'm sure that I was pretty sure they'd find these. This is, you can see how much I was a Flintstones fan. This is the watch I had right here.
Oh, that's great.
So it's a Yabba Dabba Doo and the little arms and everything.
Fantastic.
So I'd share that with you. So, alrighty. So what kind of question would you like to ask our audience for this week?
I let's go with the one of does it feel like well, we can do does it feel like Christmas next week because that'll be closer to Christmas next week. Let's see. I don't know. Feel like you'll have people talking about different things all the time. Like, let's go with do you watch anime? And then put your favorite anime in the comics because I've been watching, been catching up on an anime called Sword Art Online because a new movie just came out that I went and saw. And it was very, very good, and I liked it a lot.
What was it called? I'm
And
sorry. Say it again.
The name of the anime is Sword Art Online.
Sword Art. Is that what you
Mhm.
said?
Yep.
Online. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
see. Was it A N
ANIME.
Oh, whoa, A-N-I. Okay. M-E. Thank you. I would have.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you watch anime? And what was the second part of the question?
I was just gonna say, name your favorite one in the comments.
Name your favorite.
Yeah.
Your favorite anime. I'll put anime. Spell it out again. In the comments.
And you forgot the I in the word in.
Thank you. And I misspelled comments.
There
There we go.
we go.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. You can
So
just do
just basic yes, no?
Yeah, I think so.
No. Anything else like maybe I don't care?
You can if you want to put one for your apathetic followers.
My best friend, his name is Trevor. He and I have been friends since we were 10 years old. At one point he was about 20, 30 years ago, late 90s, mid to late 90s. He was very much very much of an anime fan. I'm an anime fan. I'm not sure if he is anymore. So, but I was not that much. My first thought when I saw anime was the really bad Japanese cartoons that were made during the 1970s. So my thought was,
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen any like the really bad cartoon work. Some of them, they would release them. It was kind of like the bad Hanna-Barbera cartoons from the 1970s. There was a whole bunch of those made in the United States, and there was a bunch of Japanese bad anime that came out. And all I could think of was, oh, it's all that, and it's not. It's obviously anime is much better than that.
Yes.
But all I could think of was the bad Japanese stuff that came out during the 70s. So, and
Interesting.
my thought was, oh no, I don't like that stuff. But so at the time I wouldn't give it a chance. I wouldn't even bother. So based on that. Before we go any further, do you want me to, does that look good?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. All right.
My favorite anime of all time is always Inuyasha. there's a new series on about their kids, and it's dragging its feet a little bit, but it's still cute. And I always like, there's a few that I like. Full Metal Alchemist is another one. I'm interested to see what people say. Death Note, uh, always Dragon Ball Z, that kind of thing. That was probably something most people know. Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon were kind of the ones that we had growing up as 90s kids, but
Was
quite a
Dragon
lot of them.
is that really that old? I didn't know that was that old. I thought that was more recent. Wow. Okay.
No, no.
Okay. Did you ever watch? Does the cartoon Speed Racer count as anime?
I think it does, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I watched that when I was a kid. I enjoyed it when I was a kid. I'm not sure if it would be considered that great though, but the stories were
Great
kind
for
of
nostalgia factor.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. Yeah, good way to put it. I mean, so um, but other than that, I can't think of anything else I've really watched too much.
Hmm.
Um, as far as anime for you, how long the ones you named off, is this something that's been basically as long as you can remember, or is it
Yeah, so like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z are definitely some of the older ones. Inuyasha came out in like the early 2000s. Well, I think 2000 actually it came out. I don't remember now. But I was definitely in high school, so it was definitely early 2000s. Um,
is
yeah.
is the is Pokemon, is that considered? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
yeah. Pokemon is an anime for sure. Yeah, that was definitely an older one that's been going for a very long time.
I'll show you something I made. I did not discover this. I'll bring it up on the video here so you can see
Hmm.
this. In the video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, this is something that very few people knew, and I don't know who discovered this. Give me one second here while I bring it up on the screen.
Hmm.
Okay, this is the game right here. I'll put it in a full screen mode so we can actually see this better. Okay,
Okay.
in the video game, I'll let it play. I have the sound turned off, but right there, you can see, if you look real
Oh,
carefully.
it's Pikachu.
Yeah, and this is something that very few people know is actually in the game. It's not. It's the creators of the game actually put this in there. So and
Well,
it's
they would have
really
to. That's
really
cool.
well hidden. And if we'll play a little bit further, which is another image to the left. Uh, there's a
Oh, you got
little,
Squirtle.
and then this one right here too.
Can't quite tell what that is.
I,
Oh, it looks
it's
like
the
Ash. Oh, it's Ash. Okay.
yeah. So
Hmm.
I don't know the names of the characters, but
Yeah.
it was I made this video showing people. Yeah, okay, yeah. You can see at the title at the top of the screen there, it says Ash. And
Ash. Yeah.
I didn't know who the characters' names were. I had to look it up when I made the video. So, but but it's just one of those funny little things. It's not hardly anyone knew it was there, and I made a video, and then someone after I did, of course, some people copied my videos and made
Well, yeah.
videos. So I always try to give credit to the person who discovered it, and I don't. I only remember was reading on GTA forums, which is a real popular forums for the
Right.
game.
Right.
Several years ago, it was there, and I was like, oh wow! And I looked it up, and sure enough, so I made a video, and I went back to the forums. I couldn't find the guy, and I wanted to give him credit, but I couldn't do it. But
Oh, yeah.
anyway, this one of those things. What was the other one? That was like a hold on a second. Let me see. Like a little look like a frog, maybe?
Oh, it's a Squirtle.
Right? This thing right here?
Yeah, it looks like Squirtle.
Square. Okay, is that the name of the character? Is that
It's a Pokemon, yeah.
okay? I don't okay. 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 So anyway, I just wanted to show that in there. So it's one of those interesting little facts that people don't seem to
Fun
know
little
about too.
Easter eggs. That's cool.
Yeah. So all right. And it's I'm trying to think. Oh, there was another when I was a kid. There was a Japanese cartoon I watched called Star Blazers. Um,
Okay.
have you ever heard of that one?
No, that one I haven't.
It was in Japan. It was called the Starship Yamato, which was based on
Hmm.
it was one of the ships from World War II. It was one of their one of their large. I forget what the ship was called, but it was one of the ships, or one of their ships that they used during the war, and it was
Cool.
converted into a spaceship. And the
Hmm.
actual ship was supposed to be the one from World War II converted into a spaceship, and they had to travel from Earth to another planet to get a device to help save the Earth because it was being bombarded by it was something that was drying up the oceans by these evil people, and I can't remember the evil people who they were, but
Hmm.
I was addicted to the show as a kid, and
Sounds cool.
it was interesting. I will say that when I went back to watch it years later, um, the the translation. I don't know if it was just poor writing or if the
Hmm.
people who translated into English did just a poor job. It was really badly. The dialogue was horrific. So something I wouldn't have noticed as a kid, but as an adult, it's like, oh my god, this is bad dialogue. So, um, but they did go back and remake it more recently, like within the past 15 years, using the same animation, but with better dialogue. And I watched it; it seemed a little bit better. It definitely seemed a lot better. Let me see if I can bring up an image of that so you can see what it looks like. The and the there you go. Yeah, here we go. This is it right here.
It's not
There
shared
we
at
go.
the. Oh, okay, there it is.
Yeah, here it is. There was,
Oh,
so
okay,
that's what,
okay.
so there was a big converted into this ship into this big spaceship, and I'm sorry, the waterbound ship into an actual spaceship is what I'm trying to say,
Oh, okay, okay.
and this big hole in the front of the ship, that's like they call it the wave motion gun. It was like this big laser that would fire, and it would defeat their enemies. So there we go.
Cool. Very
They
cool.
actually made a live action version of this about 10 years ago. I saw that, and they changed
Hmm.
the premise of the aliens. And the aliens in the cartoon were human, like they were like human and had blue skin. The aliens that
Hmm.
they fought against, but in the live action version, the aliens were like weird looking creatures that didn't look
Hmm.
human at all. But it was interesting to see.
It's so interesting how what they decide to change and stuff when they make it live action, you know?
Hmm. So anyway, I guess this and Speed Racer are probably the two shows I watched when I was a kid. I assume this would be considered anime as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
uh,
like it.
all right.
Very
and we
cool.
can and we got, I guess, is that, I'm sorry I can't pronounce the last name, but I guess Fat or
Fat Nguyen hat. Fat Nguyen hat, it looks like.
hi back to you. Thanks for leaving a comment there. So
Hmm.
alrighty. So that was
Hmm.
interesting discussion when it comes out. Now you also wanted to discuss, you before we went live, we had also discussed the fact that you're preparing for Christmas, but you don't feel it's really Christmas,
Oh,
right?
yes. No, not yet. No, because it's so, like, warm. It was 60 the other day, and it's the middle of December, and I'm in New York. That's very wrong. And, like, it snowed maybe twice so far this season, and it's just so wrong. It doesn't feel like Christmas. I don't even need a jacket when I go outside.
Yeah, yeah, same here. It's the twice within the past week and a half, it's gone up to above 70 degrees.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, it's just
and
crazy.
no snow at all so far. I think there was a forecast for some snow last
Mhm.
Wednesday, but it never came, and it ended up turning to be like light rain. And that was even nothing. That was really nothing. So
We did that's when we got some snow Wednesday, but it
okay,
was just it gave a little bit of a layer of snow and then it vanished.
okay, and and then I'm looking at the forecast right now, and for me, it looks like probably for you as well. By Saturday, it's supposed to get close to 70 degrees again. So for here,
Gosh.
so,
Let me look here what I have for Saturday.
and it's not looking. It's and next week off through Wednesday, it looks like we're going to be in the 50s. So not much of a
Oh,
chance of snow.
no. No, yeah. No,
So
Saturday for me, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be
oh
rainy and
really?
cold. I got 40,
Oh
37. So, I
oh wow.
mean, 37, 40. Yep.
Okay, big
And
difference there.
then December 24th here is gonna be 34. That's almost Christmassy, but, then I'm gonna be in Florida, so it'll be nice and warm anyway.
It won't matter to you anyway, though. Yes, at that point. So. Well, I don't know what's going on, is if this is global warming or what, but yeah, this is definitely one of the warmest Decembers I've remembered in a while. So um, I I think the last time it stayed this warm was more in the more recent years was probably maybe as recent as November. It never made it to December though. And by December, it's definitely freezing. So this is
Right.
definitely a
Yeah.
very strange warming trend. I remember because I'm not going to give too much of a detail about this, but I had a pet that got loose. I had to chase him out into the woods in my house, and it was very warm that night, and he survived because if it had been a typical
Right.
late November, he probably would have frozen to death. So, but yeah, it was, yeah, that's really stood out. That was like 2015. So,
Hmm.
and so since then, this is probably the second time I've seen it this one. But even then, by December, it's still pretty cold. So whatever that was, that cleared out pretty. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those weird weather things where maybe it's going to stay warm, and then all of a sudden January comes and we're going to be dipping down to the 20s or something for like
I don't
some
know. I mean, January is more winter than December, but still, I feel like it should be something. There's no chance of a white Christmas this year. And again,
nope.
especially for me, since I will be in Florida.
Yeah. So, well, I guess I'm not, I lost as to how we can proceed with that part of it. So the
Yeah.
as far as the weather is just really strange. So,
Yep.
all righty. Well, let's see. We take a look at the movie we looked at this week. Did you want to talk
Yes.
about it? Describe
Red
it?
Notice. Do you want the description of the movie or the funny description?
What do you think would be the best way to go? How do it that way?
So the real description is a bunch of art thieves are after one specific piece of art, and they are traveling the world to try and get it. And obviously, government agencies are trying to stop them. And the funny description is that Ryan Reynolds and The Rock were like, "Hey, you want to make a movie and go travel for a while?" And the other one was like, "Yeah, totally. Let's make this happen." So that's pretty much how that goes in my head.
Is that real? Is
Basically,
that
I mean, they just do the movies for fun at this point, you know? It's not like they need the money. It's not like it's any kind of plot that is going to affect people and change their lives or speak to their hearts. It was just a fun kind of movie, and I'm sure they just did it because they wanted to have fun and make a
the
little bit of extra cash.
kind of reminds me of the Burt Reynolds movies from the 70s. Did you ever watch any of those? There was like he became real popular with some of his movies, especially Smokey and the Bandit,
Right, yeah.
and then they had sequels to that, and they had other ones that were I forget what they were called, but it was almost like he would just go out and say, "Hey, I just want to make a movie and just film me while I'm talking," and
Right.
it was just like some of the movies were really bad. I mean, really, really bad. So it's just like it was like he wasn't even trying to make an effort in some of these movies.
Right.
Um, but this one at least they seemed like they were making some sort of effort to do something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
these other movies from the 70s I'm talking about, it was just like, why am I even watching this? This is such garbage. So
Yeah.
I I do remember. I will say this: that the original Smokey and the Bandit movie, I actually kind of like that one. I remember seeing that when I was a kid, and if it's on, I might watch it once in a while. But that was pretty good.
Mhm.
But I think what happened is he got kind of cocky and arrogant, and he just thought he could do anything, and people would just come watch him. And he could just, yeah, just do anything. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he'd do it. So anyway, getting back to this one, so it's kind of follows what you said, follows that same kind of thing. It's, well, let's just make a movie, and
Yeah.
but at least The Rock and Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, is that her name is
Gadot.
pronounced? Gadot. Oh, excuse me. Gadot, thank you.
Mhm.
She all three of them seem to be putting some effort into this one though.
Yeah,
So,
for sure, for sure. I mean, it's still
but
fun and campy and stuff, but they're real actors and they respect the art. And like you can kind of tell that they had fun with it, you know?
yeah, and it wasn't like you were supposed to take the movie seriously, because at first I'm
Right.
watching the movie. I was like, oh, come on, they've done this is like silly, this is nonsensical, and I realized, okay, maybe they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
at first I was like, I was thinking to myself, this is, well, I hate to use the word dumb, but it was like,
Right.
okay, then I was okay. I got to just take this more lightheartedly and just sit back
Yeah.
and not.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely not meant to be like serious at all. It's definitely a lighthearted, fun nonsense movie.
yeah, because yeah, if you deal with it like that, like I did at first, thinking this is, yeah, you're gonna want to walk out of, and then just sit back. So
Right, yeah. No, you
yeah,
just gotta go into it with a, "Oh, okay, this is nonsense and fun."
yeah. So, and the funny part is, when we chose the movie, you told me I heard it,
Good dot.
Gadot. Thank you. I know her name. I've heard it several times. I just can't remember for some reason. Um, I knew you told me she was in there, but the funny part is when I saw her, I didn't realize it was her till the end of the movie. So, which, so even I knew what she looked like. I'd seen the Wonder Woman, the
Right.
first. that she was in, and I was like, the funny part is I didn't realize it was her until the very end, which kind of helped the story for me a little because I
Uh-huh.
didn't because I didn't think she was going to be a main character at first.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
if I knew and really recognized her, I would have said, "Oh, she's going to be a regular part of the movie." But because of that,
Mhm.
it kind of added to it because I didn't know why she was there the whole time. So I realized I realized that The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, they were going to be there throughout the whole. Well, Ryan Reynolds, I wasn't sure at first because he was kind of
Okay.
like because when he comes in, he's introduced to he's escaping. He steals
Yeah.
that the egg, and I think I thought maybe he was just going to be a temporary character, and they were just going to catch him or something. But then obviously
Mhm.
he evolves and becomes a main character. But
Yeah.
uh, as the movie progressed, I realized it's going to be focused on those two. I went in this blank. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
And because of that, I'm looking at them trying to figure out who was going to be the main character. Obviously, The Rock. He's going to be. It was very obvious he was going to be a main character in this. So um, and and then Ryan Reynolds had more of a comedy. So they're in real life. Are these two are they buddies or how does that work?
I'm not, I don't know that I've ever seen them in anything else, but I imagine they're friendly enough. I don't know if they're
Okay,
like friends per se, but I know they're friendly enough.
okay, because the way you described it is like they said, let's just make a movie.
Yeah, I
No,
mean, I'm sure that happens all the time in Hollywood, and like there's several movies that like budget movies, or like not even low budget movies, like high budget movies with name actors that you can tell they just made this movie in order to be able to film what is it, 51st Dates with uh what's his face, Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. That was supposed to be filmed in like Seattle or something, and and Adam Sandler was like, "No, I want to go to Hawaii." So he moved the whole location of the film to Hawaii so that he could shoot on the Hawaiian Islands and vacation while he was filming a movie. Like they do
oh,
that kind of stuff all the time.
he's got the power to the draw,
Oh,
I
for
guess,
sure.
to do that. Yeah. So, but what was the name of that movie? I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one. 50
51st
States,
Dates?
50,
51st Dates.
51st Dates. When did that come out?
A long time ago.
Okay. Okay. That's probably why I don't
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
Drew
The
Barrymore has amnesia, and she basically resets every day, and he meets her and falls in love with her, and it's a whole thing.
Okay. Is it a good movie? Would you say it's good? I definitely have
It's
not seen
okay.
that one. Okay. So it's average then, is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah, it's average.
Gotcha.
2004.
2004. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I gotta say, he's got a build on him, doesn't he?
Oh my
Jesus.
god, he's insane. He's
What
huge.
do they
He's
call him? The Rock.
huge. Yeah.
I had heard when I was looking at other people doing the reviews for this while we're preparing for our show that
Okay.
he's not allowed to call himself the Rock anymore because
Oh.
that's
Owned.
by
Mhm.
the wrestling whatever
Oh, yeah,
federation.
WWE.
Yeah, so he has to go by Dwayne Johnson now. So,
That's
but
funny. Everybody still calls him The Rock, even though if he doesn't, like, he's never not gonna be The Rock. Just because
right.
they own that name doesn't mean he's not gonna be The Rock anymore.
And coincidentally, while over the past week, I had this channel on that it runs Star Trek reruns, and he was in an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine,
Hmm.
and in that episode, they actually at the opening credits they called him The Rock, and that was it, nothing else.
Oh, yeah. I think that must have, like, how long ago was that?
It was late mid to late '90s, I think.
Yeah,
So
so then he would have still fully with WWE at that point.
okay. So,
Yeah.
and I was at the time I remember seeing the show. I didn't really care to see him. I didn't
Mhm.
know, but ever since I've seen the two Jumanji movies, I've changed my opinion about him. So,
Yeah. No,
um,
he's really sweet, and he does a lot of different things, and he's pretty good actor here too.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. My I was basically using my prejudice, prejudging him and saying,
Mm.
well, he can't do anything. And then when I saw this, I actually sat down and watched him. Well, in that episode of Star Trek, I don't think he really did anything as far as acting. I think it was just more or less they wanted someone who was a wrestler, or to
Right.
it was he was actually doing like a fight. It was a movie. I'm sorry, an episode where certain characters were fighting each other, and they wanted him in there to draw the wrestling fan base, I guess. And
Mhm.
the characters in that were just fighting each other. So I don't remember him acting that much, and they're just more or less fighting.
Right.
So, but yeah, I agree. And it was surprising to see how how good of an actor he is. So I will say
Yeah.
this is the third movie I've seen him in. The two Jumanji movies and then this one. So
Okay.
and that's excluding that episode of Star Trek as well. So that's I don't
Right.
really count. So but have you seen him in other things?
Yeah, he's been in like a bunch of like random things. Let me pull up
Yeah, I'm bringing that up myself.
yeah, bring up his IMDb. We can sift through it a little bit.
There we go. Should be coming. I clicked on it. Oh, it's slowing down. When it does that. Yeah, right when I need to do something, it comes to a crawl.
Of course. That's always the way.
Yeah, so oh, I'm not sure what to. Let me see if I can open it up in a new window. Maybe that no, not gonna speed it up. No, okay. Well, when it comes up. Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go. There he is.
There we go. So, all right. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, they're
That,
no.
the San Andreas movies too. I forgot
Oh, that's
about
right.
those.
I
Like
might.
those are like horror disaster movies that I don't really care about, but they're fun, I guess. Some people like. Oh, Black Adam. Yeah, he's gonna be a DC hero now.
Okay. I don't like the fact that they're remaking Big Trouble in Little China. That should not be remade. So don't remake that. I'd even if it's even if he's in there and I like him, I still don't think they should be remake that movie. Have you ever seen the original one?
No, it sounds vaguely familiar though.
Okay, yeah, that's one of these movies that should never be remade. Comedy, action, adventure, and it's just something that needs to be left alone. I don't like when they remake movies, certain movies. This is definitely one they need to just
Leave alone.
Yes. And I may have seen parts. Now we're looking at this, the original San Andreas. I may have seen parts of that movie, so I'm not sure. Sometimes I
can't
watch the movie.
believe they list all of the episodes of wrestling that he was in. That's interesting that wrestling is on IMDb. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but that's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see, Jumanji.
I mean, I guess it is acting,
Yeah.
so.
I was gonna say. No hiding. No.
Yeah, it's a WWE story time, Skyscraper, Rampage. Yeah.
I've never been into the
Jumanji.
Fast and the Furious movies. Have you watched those?
I watched like one or the first like 2 or 3, and I saw parts of that one there, the Hobbs or something or other, because it was on in the drive-in where we were at before the movie we actually wanted to see came on. So I saw a good part of that Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. And it was just ridiculous, him and Vin Diesel just beating the shit out of each other for 2 hours for and I didn't really follow the story. I wasn't paying attention. I was just, just Vin Diesel and The Rock hitting each other for 2 hours in exceedingly creative ways.
Oh. Yeah. I tried to watch the very first Fast and Furious, and it got about 15 minutes in, and the one of the cars had nitrous oxide in it, and it caught on fire, and the car exploded. And I said, okay, that's not real. Nitrous oxide does not explode. It's not flammable. And so I'm like, I just turned it off at that point. So
yeah.
After that, I never watched any of the other ones. I do say I watched some of the previews. Some of the cars they have on the screens are kind of cool to watch, but it just doesn't attract me to watch them. So, but
yeah. Just ridiculousness.
Okay, well, anyway, let's get back to our.
Yeah.
Now it comes back on this one too. Okay, so the plot of our movie.
Yes.
Now okay. We're gonna give away a lot of stuff here. So if you haven't seen the movie, be prepared. So.
Yeah, it's fairly new anyway. So just
And this movie. It was released at theater and on.
No, this is Netflix exclusive.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. I thought people said they saw it in the theater as well, so I wasn't sure.
I thought it was a Netflix exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his character is an agent, but is he really an agent? That's okay. So he's just pretending to be one all along.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
like a huge twist thing.
Yeah. I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. That's why I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was pretending to be an agent in the I don't know, FBI or something.
Right,
And
right,
he was
yeah,
trying to work with Interpol to catch Ryan Reynolds' character, but in reality, he wanted to steal the egg. And then this chick is actual Interpol.
right, right, right. So, yeah, the let's see. So the egg comes in. I'm sorry, they come in, and he was tested. Oh, he pours the cocoa in there to prove that's not.
Yeah, because it was a fake one, and yeah.
And yeah, this at this point in the movie, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Really, this is getting silly, and I really don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, because in real life, obviously, no one's going to pour a Coke onto something like that. So
Yeah, he would make it, it would probably be a replica that could stand up to soda being spilled on it, you know? But this is for fun.
yep, and so this is where Ryan Reynolds' character comes in. He plays. I'm looking at the name Nolan Booth. So
Mm,
and I didn't realize. No, I didn't catch that scene right there originally. So they actually show him walking away.
mhm.
Um, I didn't see him until they closed the doors or locked everything in, and then that's when he tried to make the escape. That's when I noticed him for the first time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's when then he makes the escape or tries to make the escape.
Tries to make the escape, yeah.
Yeah.
He almost gets caught by the rock, and it does a whole bunch of fancy flippy stuff to try and escape. And it's another one of those fun things where, he just gets to do a bunch of fun, fancy flippy things and runs away.
Uh,
And they just kind of get to drive cool cars on the streets of Italy. And
yeah, yeah, and see, see that car because he doesn't actually he does hit that car, doesn't he?
yeah, yep.
That little Volkswagen, I think it's a Volkswagen bus. Yeah, here we go. So
Yeah.
so jump ahead here.
Yeah, he steals a freaking
Yeah, of
ridiculous
course.
Porsche that they have on display outside just because he needs to chase the bad guy, and then he immediately crashes it.
Yeah, and that's right. They play the fast paced music, and you think, oh, this is going to be a big car chase, and then just all of a sudden it's like
Yeah.
boom.
Smash.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love product placement there too for the Porsche because you've seen the logo at least 3 times now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's another one, it shows you that Porsche logo a bunch of times. You can also oh, there it is again,
There we go.
and sideswiped.
And I wonder, I wonder if that's computer. It looks like it might just be computer animation there. So I don't think they
Oh,
noticed
yeah.
to
I
smash it
mean,
up.
it's
That might be
mm,
real. That might,
yeah.
but that initial crash looked like it might be computer animation. But most of it's done pretty well nowadays, so it's hard to tell. So,
Yeah, yeah.
oops, I don't want to play too much of this. I'm gonna get caught.
Right, right, right.
So, yeah. So, okay. So she is a legitimate Interpol police
Yeah,
officer.
she's legitimate Interpol, yep.
So, now where do we go from here? This is
From
where
here, we go to Ryan Reynolds' place and watch him drink his aviation gin. Because Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if you know this, Ryan Reynolds has his own brand of gin, and it's called Aviation Gin.
oh
And they focus in on that bottle at least once this whole time, and you can see it's Aviation Gin.
oh okay. I think I might have heard something about that, but I didn't know that. Now you're making more sense now. Okay,
As soon
gotcha.
as I saw him drinking, I was like, "There's no way that bottle's not going to be Aviation," and it was.
It's actually called Aviation Gin then. So
Yes, that's Ryan Reynolds' brand of gin.
is he like a pilot or something?
No, I don't know
Oh,
why he called it Aviation Gin. He just did.
okay, just curious.
I
Uh, So we go
haven't
this way.
tried it yet, actually. I want to, but I haven't.
Okay. The this is okay. Where we going? He's a little banter back and forth.
Yeah, about how he's escaped a bunch of times. He'll totally do it again. Blah, 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 blah.
All right. Let's see. Uh,
Puts
where
the
are?
egg. Yeah, he's puts the egg in the truck, and now she's talking to him, and she's like, I couldn't find any record of you and all of this stuff. And trying to see if he's really like an agent and stuff, and he's like saying that he is, and then she's trying to be like, I can't find any record of you, so to prison.
Yeah, he gets arrested. He gets arrested.
Yeah,
Is this where he gets arrested? Right here? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So,
And
uh,
at first I was thinking that it was a mistake, And then
Yeah,
they, go to the same prison because, yeah, that makes total sense. They'll both go to the same prison somewhere in like Russia, I guess, because it's on a mountain in the freezing cold. So I guess that's what happens when you go to the prison in Russia. It's freezing cold and you're on a mountain.
and the other thing was no trial, just if you get
Oh yeah,
arrested,
no,
straight to
you
prison.
no trial. You just go. You just go to prison now in Russia for no reason.
The let's see. Okay, what was? Oh no, what are they um, here exactly? The fact
The
that there's
egg
three
and
eggs?
and where the third egg, they're trying to find all of the there are 3 eggs and they're trying to find each one of them and get them all 3 together because this person is gonna pay a ridiculous amount of money for these 3 eggs if you have them all together. So now Ryan Reynolds is trying to convince The Rock to go with him and find these eggs and blah blah blah. And then he outs him that he's a police officer, which, could get
Yeah,
you killed in a Russian prison that's on the top of a mountain.
right. And then
And then they plot
oh,
escape.
oh, and
Ah, right.
this is when she's introduced, right? Yes,
Mhm. This is
and
where we get Gal with her fabulously perfect lipstick that matches the bottom of her badass boots, and I just love all of it.
oh, I didn't catch that.
Oh, it's perfect matching. Come on.
Yeah, it is
And
now too bad for that.
yeah, she set this all up basically to get them to go here, to meet them, to see what they know about where the egg is, and uh yeah, pick their brains for information.
Now, what was she pretending to be in this? She was
She
pretending to
was
be.
I don't know if she was pretending to be anything. I think if you have enough money, Russian prison guards will let you do anything, I guess was the point here. I
Oh,
don't know if she was honestly pretending to be anybody.
I thought she was pretending to be some sort of government official of some kind. Maybe I
I
missed
don't
that.
know. I
Okay.
feel like this prison facility is very susceptible to bribes.
Okay. So, so we go move forward here. Okay, and that's right. He sets
Yeah,
up
they do.
the,
Yeah, he sets up the wall with that they were repairing with a one rock to take out the whole thing because he's 12 steps ahead of everybody all the time.
all right. There you go. Let's see. Anything relevant for their talking of their? I guess there's nothing
Eh,
relevant here.
just
I don't remember
talking
their.
about their lives and
Oh,
blah blah
that's
blah.
right. Yeah, I wanted to brought up his dad or their dad or something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
So,
just
all right.
their
So
daddy issues. They were just talking about their relative daddy issues.
a lot of TV shows and movies, not all of them, but it seems like a lot where people have daddy issues for some reason. Uh, Seems to be a
Mm.
common theme in a lot of things, shows I watch. I don't know. Um,
I mean, your parents are where a lot of issues come from, so makes sense.
well, well, specifically daddy though, not mommy
Yeah,
issues. You don't really hear mom. For me, I don't usually hear mother issues. It's usually daddy issues for some reason. So, um,
yeah, yeah.
so uh, this is where they escape and of course the rocket
They somehow, yeah,
flies
freaking
right through.
rocket launchers and a helicopter, and then and of
Yeah,
course you have to shoot the rocket launcher, and you have to maneuver the helicopter so that the rocket goes through the helicopter and doesn't hit the helicopter and explode.
yeah. Here we go.
There it is. Yes, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I like how Ryan Reynolds is acting, though. He's acting very scared and nervous about it. His acting was pretty good at that point. I remember thinking that to myself. Like, he had a pretty good scared face on about, a rocket launcher coming at him. And there you go, right through. Smashes into the side of another mountain because, of course, we're in the mountains in a prison because that's, convenient for people.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, I get that it's probably difficult to escape from, but you do have to keep these people alive. So, like, ferrying food up the side of a mountain is probably not the most convenient thing to do.
Even if you use the argument that they're using the helicopter, that's not really a good one either because of the
Yeah.
weather
So, like,
conditions and things like that. So,
exactly. Either you
so
gotta rely on some ice road truckers or some really creative pilots to ferry food up to this remote prison in the middle of the ice caps of Russia.
yeah. Okay, so let's move. Let's see forward here. We get back to oh
And then we go to London and she's talking to somebody and has them all tied up. I thought that was fun.
yeah. What
This whole
was
movie isn't serious, it's just fun.
yeah. There he goes. I was trying to get locked in on him. Let me just go forward here. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
They taped up.
He's just nobody. She needed to get into his office or steal something, so she's using him for like free therapy basically, but she has
Oh,
him all tied up.
But does he say something? He's not a therapist or
Oh
something?
yeah, so yeah, something like that.
That's a good one. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's just yeah,
So
he's
maybe
trying
there's
to get help, and he presses a panic button in the floor, and then we see some of Ryan Reynolds' connections and whatnot.
yeah. So okay. All right. So where are we at now at this part?
Getting on a plane to go find what they need.
Oh no, is this where they're going to the jungle?
No,
This
no, not yet, not yet. They're going to a party where this crazy rich dude has one of the eggs.
okay. Okay. Let's jump ahead. All right. Oh, that's right. They're doing like it looked like a flashback, but it was like Ryan Reynolds was saying, "I'm going to be this," and
Yeah, it's one of
Rock-
those like flash forward kind of explain the thing, and once he's finished explaining it, we're in the party and it's happening now.
yeah,
You
and then
know.
the Rock says, "Wait, I wouldn't do that," or so he jumps back or he reacts really oddly to it, like
Yeah, yeah.
what he did. It was kind of funny whatever he said, but yeah. So all right, let's jump ahead.
hmm
All right.
Yeah, they're just walking through their plan.
Is that
And
Valencia?
Valencia, there we go. That's where they're at in Valencia.
Okay, so here we go.
hmm
All right, where's Valencia? Pardon my ignorance.
Um,
Somewhere in Europe, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Oops. Wrong key. Oops.
It's
There we go.
Spain.
Spain. Thank you.
hmm
All right. So I don't remember anything significant here. Okay. This becomes a part of the plot later on because they're divulging that they're in fact actually working later on. They divulge that they're working together here.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. The
and they're
two of
actually
them.
communicating. Yeah, they're communicating. That's together right here. That's why they're dancing.
Right, but Ryan Reynolds thinks that The Rock is just trying to distract her, and they're just trying to use it, but they're using him instead.
Yes. So
Dun dun dun.
there you go. And who's this guy again? I forget
This
who
is
he
the
is.
guy that owns the house that they're stealing from.
Okay. Okay. So jump ahead. Okay. Anything significant? I don't remember anything right off the top.
Nothing too significant, but they're just trying to get into the back room, and he's, talking about his fabulously wealthness, blah blah blah, and Ryan's following through on his plan to get everything to get to the egg.
Right. There we go. So, oh, it's right. They had to
Oh
do the
yeah.
recognition thing. So, let me see if I can back that up a little bit. Was there anything significant to this scene, or
Not entirely. They just used his image to be able to do like the facial recognition whole thing, and he explained all of it in his, in a fancy enough terms that it sounded cool, but not so that we wouldn't understand what was actually happening.
yeah. And I will say that one of the things they threw in there was sound, like the sound of his voice, and that's actually
Mhm,
extremely easy to duplicate. That's not something that's hard to duplicate at all. So, um,
mhm.
but yeah, but as far as the visualization part, I wouldn't know. I mean, the
Yeah.
as far you could have audio that's crisp and clear and sound exactly like someone's actual voice, and you could fool
Right.
anything with that. So, but yeah, the visual, I think they use like almost like a deep fake or something to make it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, all right. Uh,
And here's the Interpol lady. And they're trying to convince her that they need to do this, and they're trying to save it from even worse people, and blah blah blah. And I somehow she's like, uh, maybe. And then they go into the room, and then what's her face is in here. Gal is. I don't know any of their character names really. So
uh-huh. Let's see. Yeah, yes. Then they do more of the little fighting here. Now,
oh yeah,
uh,
the fighting is awesome.
I as her playing as Wonder Woman, I could see her being a strong hero, superhero. But I'm sorry, she's very tiny in this, and as
I
realistic,
mean,
I don't.
she is tiny, but she also knows how to move her body. Like, I mean, it's not usually how big you are. There are people that are very compact, and like she does have muscles, it's just how you move them. I don't think she's doing anything crazy. It's more of just the way she moves. Because obviously, The Rock is really powerful, but
Yeah, but then
you
again, they're
know,
also acting. They're playing acting
yeah.
too. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I could not imagine her overpowering The Rock by any stretch in real life. So as Wonder Woman, yeah, but not as the character she's playing here. So but yeah, and she was fighting him too. So all right.
hmm
But
Well, Ryan is pretty doltish as a fighter,
yeah.
but he did have some pretty good moves in here. I mean, obviously, like there, he could be better at fighting because but he had some pretty good moves. It was pretty cool to see.
What else has Ryan Reynolds been in? I'm not.
Oh, so much. He's Deadpool actually
Oh,
right
okay.
now. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I did not see Deadpool, so that's but I did. I remember hearing that as one of the like when someone. Yeah, I did hear.
Deadpool is such a good movie.
But I
So,
tried to actually. I take that back. I watched the first 10 or 15 minutes, and the jokes at the beginning, I just didn't get them because they were inside jokes, and it was I
okay.
didn't. It wasn't that it was a bad movie. It's just I didn't get the jokes, so I turned it off.
Okay.
So and I don't know if I can't comment if it's a good movie or not.
Interesting.
So but I think I've said this before that obviously the more modern comic book movies are just you have to watch other movies to see them to fully get to what's going on. So I just felt like I was being left out of something, so I turned it off.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not. Like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It just I felt like it was, they were over my head, so to speak. I need to go back and watch other movies first to really get the
Mhm.
full context as well as what he was leading at. So
I mean, I guess. I'm trying to remember what inside jokes really he says that he doesn't. Hmm. I don't know. I'll
it's
have to watch it again.
at the very beginning. No, like I said, I only watched the first 10 minutes or so, 10, 15
Mhm.
minutes at the most, and that's it. Just there were it just seemed like there was joke after joke, and I just didn't get them. So they were just
Okay.
that's all. Um,
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm going through his list of things just for the heck of it to see if I can see anything else.
Mhm.
Wow, he's been a lot.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. He's been in a lot of stuff.
yeah. So okay. And nothing I've seen though except for this.
Hmm.
So
So interesting, like what you've seen and what you haven't seen.
yeah. As far as the movies he's been in, would you that you've seen? Have you seen a lot of his?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Would
he's
you?
been in everything from like romantic comedies to I mean, he's more comedy than anything serious, but I mean, he does play serious pretty well. He kind of strikes always as one of those people that always likes to keep things light, and he can get serious, but it also kind of freaks him out. And you can see that in his acting a little bit, and I think it comes off really well in everything that he does. And he used to do a lot of more romantic comedies and then like ridiculous comedies. There was like Waiting. I don't know if you've ever seen Waiting, about
Mm.
working in a restaurant industry, and that was a pretty funny movie. Oh, and Van Wilder. I
Yeah,
think
I saw that.
that's yeah.
I've heard of Van Wilder, but I've not seen that one. So is that a
Mm,
good one?
that's a
I,
good that's yeah, that's good. That's classic Ryan Reynolds. That's some good stuff.
okay, it was 2002. Okay, right. Wow. Okay, how old is he? Well, he looks pretty young. Wow.
Mm,
Let's see, 1876. Okay, so you're born a year after my sister. Okay, so I'm
yeah.
just making. I try to guess in my head. I'm trying to figure out how old he is in relation to people I know. I always do that. But the okay, so yeah, I actually liked him in this. So I will say it was interesting. I don't remember ever seeing him except for like that first 15 minutes of Deadpool I saw. So
Huh.
I've never seen him in anything else. I don't see anything else I've recognized him in. So he seemed pretty
So
interesting.
people have a complaint that in every movie he's in, he's Ryan Reynolds. So he kind of acts similarly to this in a lot of stuff that he does. So if you like Ryan Reynolds, you'll like the movies. But if you don't like Ryan Reynolds, you're probably not gonna like anything that he's in. Because it's kind of like what's his
Correct.
face?
No, a lot of there's a lot of actors that are
Vin
like
no, not Vin. It's
uh,
Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is kind of like this similar character in most of the stuff that he plays and stuff like that. So,
Vince Vaughn. Sorry, I don't know who that
oh
is.
my goodness. This is
Vince,
interesting.
Vince
That's
Vaughn.
so funny.
Let's see. Vince Vaughn. Let me check his name
You
real
would
quick.
probably know him if you saw him.
Let me take a look here. I'll bring it up so we can look at the same time. Let me mess this up. There we go. As you can see, I was looking at Ryan Reynolds' page. Vince
Yeah.
Vaughn, maybe? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's two, it says.
Yeah, that will click no, click the well, I mean it's probably the same person, but yeah.
Actually, no,
Go with
whenever they,
actor comedy. Yeah. Try that.
okay, yeah. The
Oh nope.
nope,
Apparently
it's
not.
the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd it go? It jumps right. Okay, that's not what I. Okay, hold
No,
on.
yeah, because you were just typing it in. So just go, yeah, just
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my mistake. Okay, there we go.
hmm.
Okay, is
There he
that him?
is. Yeah.
He looks kind of familiar. Let's see what I got here. Insane laws. F is for no, no, no. Sorry, I don't recognize anything. Um,
Sullivan and Son, that was so good. The Internship.
nope.
I don't feel like these are all of his movies. That's weird.
Oh, that's not. These are actually. You know what this
This
is?
is
This
producer credits.
is
Producer credits.
yeah. This
Okay.
is
Yeah,
the
you need to go actor credits.
yeah.
There it
Yeah.
is.
No.
Yeah.
Uh, no.
True Detective, that series. So Vince Vaughn is usually a comedy actor and he plays comedy really well. Um the one series you just scrolled past there that was I just said the name of it, True Detective.
Yes.
That series is dark, it is clever, it is just dark. And he played evil, dark character, and he was incredible. I was blown away. I did not know he had that range. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Before I go too far, Trung is back. Hi, Trung. Say hello
Hello,
to Trung.
Trung.
Oh, he's another regular contributor. So
Mm.
also, all right. So that's a recommendation for me. It looks like he's only in a few
Yeah,
episodes.
it's a short run series thing, and each season is a
Oh,
different story.
was he in the original Anchorman? I saw the original Anchorman.
Yes. No. Yeah, yeah. He was in there briefly.
Okay. Okay. So I did
Yeah.
see that,
He's a
but not
side
this.
character.
I did not see the sequel. So I did not. I didn't. But
Yeah,
I
that
guess.
was okay.
So let's see.
Yeah, in the original Anchorman, he's the one that's like about to push him into the bear thing. I hate you, but I respect you. And he almost pushes the ladder back into the bears.
Oh, it's been too long. Sorry, I have not. I think I saw the movie when it first came out, and I haven't not seen it since. So and I've seen
Okay.
watching it would probably be like watching it brand new for me because it's been so long. So, uh,
Dodgeball, that was a good one. He's the main character in Dodgeball.
I've heard of that. I've not seen that movie though. So
Oh yeah, Dodgeball is good.
let's see. The reason Anchorman was so big deal was I was working at WTOP Radio, which is a huge news radio station, and so all the
Hmm.
people at the station are like, "Oh, we got to see the Anchorman. Everyone's got to see because it's about news people." It's like standard radio people love to watch the old TV show WKRP in Cincinnati, which is out back
Mm.
in the because it's like they always say, "Oh yeah, we can always find someone in that show that can relate to in real radio in the real radio world." So it's that kind of a thing. So everyone in news had to watch Anchorman, at least at the station I was working at the time. So, um, I see. Oh, I saw Zoolander. He was in that. Okay,
Barely.
barely.
But
Okay,
yeah.
okay. It's about so yeah,
What else?
not really much here that else I can recognize. So,
Yeah.
oh well. Okay. So anyway, we get back to our movie here. So, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the. Okay, now he comes back in. I forget what he does. Let's see what he does here. What does he do?
Oh, he's just super rich.
He doesn't do anything to them or
Oh
anything?
yeah, he does. He catches them and catches her, but she's like with him, but not really. She makes him think he's with her, but she's really there just to betray him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So then we go to Italy. Oh, was it Italy?
We were already in Spain, and
Oh,
so now they go to a real
they were at the Coliseum a second ago, weren't they? Was it?
Colosseum.
Was
I
that
mean,
the?
I don't think it didn't look like the real
No,
Colosseum.
you're right. It wasn't. You're right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, they're going to like another kind of Coliseum kind of a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay. So and then
And she like teases them, and they torture them to try and find the location of the other eggs.
So we go here, and then the bullfight.
They
So
escape, and and they're facing bulls. Oh no. And then, another miraculous escape via train.
yeah,
He's like, you know where the other egg is. I bet you know where it is. And he's like, I don't know where it is. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
And then he's like, I totally know. Don't kill me.
yeah. That totally looked like blue screen. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
uh,
he's not really going to hang Ryan Reynolds out in front of a train, even if some people might want to.
if you there's a movie came out talking about train movies. There's a movie where there was no blue screen, and they did a lot of cool stunts. It was called Silver Streak, starring Gene Wilder back in the
Mm.
19 and what's the comedian? He and the comedian. Oh, it's he and the other comedian. They did several movies together. Anyway, it's
Hmm.
called Silver Streak, and uh, I have to look the other actor's name up here, but the there was a lot of cool and no blue screen, real stunts that were done on trains. That was done really cool. So seeing that scene just reminded me of that. Hold on a second, I have to look. I got to know
Got to get
the
this guy's name.
yeah, it's a real famous comedian. Really, really, you'll know who I'm talking about when I bring it up.
Okay.
It's Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder were known for doing several movies during the 70s and 80s together. So,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
if you want to see a movie where they do train stunts that are real and it's really good stuff, that's a movie right there. So, um,
Hmm.
okay, so let's see, what was the wait, what was that? Oh, I was right. They're talking about
Yeah, they're talking about this Nazi guy who stole a whole bunch of art and he left before the war and he buried all of his treasures in some place, and that Ryan Reynolds' dad was obsessed with finding this treasure, and that's where the third egg would probably be,
right.
and trying to figure out where this treasure would actually be.
Yeah. Okay, and then of course they go on the jungle. They just somehow find it. It's been
Yeah, well, I guess because this guy's Ryan Reynolds had the guy's watch because that was the only thing his dad could find of this guy. And Ryan Reynolds gets upset and he throws the watch and it smashes open. And inside the
right.
watch is the map to the treasure.
Right. I remember that. Yeah, there it is right there. That's the scene right there. Right.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Okay. And he says, and they say, well, how do you have the watch if it's been thrown apart? He says, oh, I put it back. I had it repaired. You
Yeah.
know, and of course, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. How did the person who repaired it know to repair it the way that the person who designed this thing to work was supposed to? How do they know to repair it in that way in the first place? I mean, it was designed a special way, so how would anyone know how to repair it unless it was the person who designed it in the first place? Anyway,
Mm,
you just don't
yeah.
think about it, that kind of a
No,
thing.
don't think about it. Don't think about it.
No.
Hmm.
All right. So, oops, I'm pressing the wrong key here. There we go.
Yeah.
So, 1941. Yeah, then that's where they go down, and yeah, they find this thing in the jungle. This is what I was referring to here. They just happen to
Yeah.
find. It's not
Yeah.
covered with dirt. It's not. Yeah. It's so.
Yeah, no, it's totally easy to find. I mean, it's covered in enough dirt that they have to scrape it away for a cool shot, but it's not like buried in jungle vines and all sorts of stuff, and it still perfectly works.
Yeah.
And they can go down into the stairwell, and the power still works. It's only been
Yeah.
60 years. Why wouldn't it still work?
Yeah. They do have a throwaway line where they say that the power it must be it must be powered by something. I forget what they said exactly, but
Yeah,
so it's what makes you. Actually, it's more than 60 years. That's a lot more.
yeah.
It's like 80 years.
Oh,
So.
snap. Yeah, yeah. She
So,
was.
so here we go through
I still
here.
think it's the 90s, so that's where my brain's at.
Oh, I've been like that. I did that during the 80s. So, oh yeah, here's the
And then
part
he
with the watch.
realizes, yeah, he puts the watch in, and the watch is the key for the whole thing.
All right, so open it up. So, and then Gallows, she's there too, right? She's
She
following them.
finds them. Yeah, she was following them.
Of course, The Rock knew that she was there
Yeah,
anyway. So yeah,
right.
so and we
A
go
whole
through
bunch
here.
of stolen Nazi art.
Right, and of course the car. He says the car is in perfect shape. Now I
Right.
could see the car actually being in perfect condition.
I mean, it's down there. Nobody's touched it. It's barely collected dust because it's had the nice dust cover on it. Like, nothing's
but
wrong with it.
at 80 years it's not gonna start up. It's not there's not
Oh
gonna run.
gosh, no.
any rubber on the car, the hoses, belts, tires, it's going to be rotted away. So it's not that's, but yeah, the metal on the car could still be in pretty pristine condition. I do agree with that. But yeah, they're not going to be able to start the car up and drive it away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because after what, 80 years, what's the gas in that car gonna be like? Like, does
Yeah,
that even
yeah, it's going to be completely evaporated by then. Or if whatever is left, it's just going to be not going to be usable either. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But, for the sake of a fun movie, this car totally works and it's badass.
Let me see. I'm trying to get my. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Jump ahead. And he says he made some statement. It's like there's only 3 known in the world, and he says, "Oh, now there's 4, and it's worth several $1,000,000." So, I
Yeah.
I would like to actually look up to see if what he's saying is if they
Oh,
made the
I
model,
think it is. Yeah, I think that's true.
if it's a yeah, if
Because
it's an actual real car or
think
not.
I've seen this car before, but I feel like the only place I've seen this car before is in the TV show Leverage, where it's like Leverage is basically this show as a TV show, kind of
Was it a
artsy,
fictional show?
and it's really good.
Is it fiction or is it like
Yeah, it's fiction.
okay, okay? And they had a car like that in that show, is what you're saying?
One episode, yeah, they found a car like that, and it's worth like a lot of money because it's like a Rolls Royce or something fancy like that, but
This
like
what is
Nazi war era Rolls Royce.
this one's a Mercedes Benz. So
Mm,
okay.
okay, but yeah, something like that.
So there we go. Jump forward. Well, I was saying that because if you look real carefully, you can
Yeah,
see
you see
Mercedes
the
Benz symbol on the hood there, on the
yeah,
hood ornaments. So yeah.
yeah.
So we jump forward. And then this is where it gets kind of like we're in almost like a Indiana Jones kind of scenario.
Right, right.
So we're going through. This is the actual egg, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Jump forward, and that's right. Now the Interpol, that's her. That's not her.
No, she followed them, and Interpol followed her.
Right, that's what it was. Okay, there we go. So they start the car up, take off, you go
Yeah.
on the chase.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So now, now this chase scene where they go down, they come down to this waterfall, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking to myself, wait a minute, they're in this tunnel. Are they saying that somehow they drove the cars down this long tunnel through a waterfall? Then how did they get the vehicles, anything else into there at that cave opening in the first place? That doesn't.
I can't imagine. I mean,
So it's one of those things. Don't think about it.
Nazi technology, they stopped the waterfall and then restarted the waterfall. I mean, it was 80 years ago. Maybe there wasn't a waterfall and they diverted water and made it a waterfall and
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
So we go forward.
Nazi magic. Let's go with that.
Yes. Uh, let's see. Going forward. Yeah, here's the waterfall that go through. Price the
Dumping a $100 million car into the lake.
yeah.
And then
It would probably be more valuable than the egg.
I think, well, I mean, I think the egg, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty damn valuable.
So got the egg. He comes out.
And then he's
Um,
like, oh no, the rock, I have to go get him. And then the rock is like already on dry land.
yeah.
He's like, you do care about me. You do. And then there she is, come crawling out. And then we get the twist reveal. She and the rock work together because
I,
they're in love.
I don't think the reveal really worked very well for this one.
No.
It's just seemed kind of to fall a little flat for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they
I
could
mean,
have.
I really didn't see it coming, to be honest.
I didn't either. No, I didn't either. But it just the way the fact that the way they just revealed it just fell kind of flat. For me.
Yeah, they could have done a little bit more of a fun reveal, but like, yeah, it was still.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I did not anticipate that at all. So I did not see that coming in any way. So
Yeah.
and it threw me off because then all of a sudden they're like now they're buddies. I'm like, oh wait a minute. So it kind of threw my perception of who the characters were and everything else. So I had to rethink what was
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Could have been a little more clear because it was like, what the heck? Wait, what?
yeah. So we got he goes. Oh, they tie him up. Yeah,
Just
and
leave him in the jungle, and then they go to Cairo with the 3 eggs.
and so I don't remember this scene right off the
Yeah,
top.
he gives his daughter the eggs. It's like they're this valuable, priceless item I got for you for your wedding day. And I also got Ed Sheeran, and she doesn't give a crap about the eggs. She goes right over to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, and then okay. Oh, that's
Interpol
it. Oh,
shows
that's it.
up.
That's the end. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
okay, yeah, we have the another kind of a twist, kind of a twist here at the end.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's on their fancy yacht. And I guess I think it is just basically like, hey, I was able to find you. I could let Interpol find you unless you come with me and we do this and blah blah blah. And it's kind of like I imagine it's setting up if they ever feel like doing this again, they could totally do another heist, all three of them together now.
Right, right,
Um,
exactly. Yeah, very
but
much so.
it's mostly it's just for funsies. This whole
Uh-huh.
movie was, and it was fun. I had fun watching it.
Right.
Wasn't serious or anything. It was just fun.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Yeah, watch it as like a think of it as watching the old Indiana Jones movies combined with other spy movies and things like that, and just really fun twists and things
Yeah.
like that. So, and
Yeah.
that wouldn't don't, like I said, don't go with it. Like I said, I went in completely blind. I had no idea. So
Right.
for me, it was like I for the first couple minutes, I was like, "This is dumb," but then I had to, like I said, I had to jump back and go, "Okay, just make it. Don't think, and just have fun. It's a fun movie."
Yeah, yeah. If you're trying to go into it with a serious mentality, it's not gonna work. It's not serious. It's campy, it's ridiculous, and it's fun. Oh yeah, they go to steal something, which I'm
Oh,
assuming is the Mona Lisa because that's the Louvre.
I th- okay. Is that the Mona Lisa? I was thinking, what was that movie with Tom Hanks? Um, wait, what was that movie? They were in the same area in that movie, and it was I forget what it was called now. Darn it.
I
Uh,
don't know.
Hold on a second. Let me look it up here. It was you probably know what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Tom Hanks here. Came out about I want to say about early 2000s. Hold on a second. Bring his name up here. Tom
Okay.
Hanks. Um, a second. It was a
You're in
movie.
his producer credits,
Oh, thank you. He probably was a producer too, but we'll go to the
probably.
actor. Um, let's see. I'm sure you'll know when it comes up here. The Da Vinci
Oh,
Code.
Da
That's
Vinci Code. Okay.
yeah. What were they going for in that one? Wasn't it? I
I
forget
haven't seen it, honestly.
oh,
I
okay.
haven't seen it. I haven't read it. I feel like I know I should, but I still haven't.
Okay. I did see that movie shortly after it came out. And they were in that same location. I figured it might have been
Yeah,
something
it's the
that they were
Louvre
doing.
in
Okay,
France.
gotcha. All right, and okay, so and
Yeah, so it's a museum with a billion very valuable things you could steal, but the most valuable thing there is the Mona Lisa.
right, so that's have you ever been there?
Yes.
Oh, you have. Okay, it
Mhm.
kind of looks like the one of the art museums in DC, but the art museum in DC is a much smaller scale. So
Yeah.
I knew this was something famous. I'm glad you said what it was. I didn't know what it was called, but I didn't
Yeah,
know it was
the Louvre.
famous.
Fun
So
fact, the architect who designed these pyramids is very hated in France. They hate it. They think it's so ugly and tacky. They hate it.
really, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Why do they hate it? Is there any particular reason?
They just think it's tacky.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, interesting. Let me see if I can. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got a picture. You can see what I'm talking about. Here's the DC Museum. I just found it. See, here's the DC Art Museum. So he's
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay.
so like right here. So it's like I said,
Mhm.
very much smaller scale, but that's what it reminded me of when I saw that. So
Makes sense.
and just in case you're wondering, there's actually a tunnel that goes underneath the behind the person. There's imagine the person taking the picture. The original museum is standing behind that person. You can't see it, and
Okay.
what you're seeing in front of the camera is the newer museum, and there's a
Mm.
tunnel that connects the two underneath that you can't see, and you can walk underneath, and you can actually look up through these glow glass things from the
Yeah,
ground.
you can do that in the Louvre as well.
So it may be modeled after that.
It's possible, yeah.
So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up there. So okay.
It's kind of the same
And
thing as the fact that they don't particularly like the Eiffel Tower either in France.
oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because it was built for the World's Fair and it was supposed to come down, but it was attracting so much tourism that they decided to leave it and the French people I've never been particularly fond of it.
I do remember the hearing a lot of people in the United States and talking about other things that people don't like. The original World Trade Center towers, the two of them, the Twin Towers, a lot of people did not
Mm-hmm.
like them. They said those were ugly as hell. So
Mm.
so
And they were just two straight buildings. I mean,
yeah.
there
So it's
wasn't
a
anything really special about them.
right, right. So, but the so wait, going back to the this art this museum area right here,
Hmm.
the what was the word you said they did why they didn't like it? Tacky? Is that the word you used?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really? Okay, I thought it
Hmm.
looks kind of neat. I think it looks neat. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's just because it's so modern and the buildings you can see around the buildings. The Louvre has been there for a really long time, and the buildings around it are so much older, and it looks a little odd,
Oh, okay, okay,
a little odd and out of place, because most of Europe, is very very old, so it just
right.
didn't quite flow like they normally like.
Gotcha. I gotcha. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, so getting
but
back to the
yeah,
movie, so what would you give the grade on this movie?
I'd say 7 out of 10. It was
17.
really good for what it was. Yeah.
Okay, and I assume you would highly recommend this.
Yeah, it's like I said, I would definitely recommend it. It's something fun. It's not something you want to take too seriously. You want to just, have some drinks, watch something fun. This was this would be a good movie for that.
Okay, I'll go with your rating as well. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't go any higher and I wouldn't go any lower. I can't think of any reason why to go higher or lower than that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and if they were to come out with another one, I may or may not watch it. It
Yeah.
depends.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I'd probably watch it just if I wanted to have something fun with no something fun I don't have to think about.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So,
And since Ryan Reynolds seemed to be okay, I might consider watching another Ryan Reynolds movie since you
mm.
said he's kind of the same in all those. So,
Yeah, he can be, but I don't know. I think he's good. Mm.
alrighty, well, let's go back to our question from earlier. I think you'll like
Yeah, oh yeah, I want to see how that goes. Yeah, good time.
so far. Pretty decent. 151 votes so far. That's pretty decent for an hour.
Cool.
Let's see. And overwhelmingly, yes. Do you watch anime with 70%, 20% with
Hmm.
no, and 11% with I don't care, which actually totals to 101%. How do you like
Oh,
that?
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but when they do the averages, what YouTube does is they actually average each vote. So that's why it doesn't have to 100 sometimes. So
Oh,
uh, so
okay.
so this might actually be like closer to 19 or something, and this might be
Right,
60.
right.
So, but yeah, it's someone else played that a couple months ago, and I was like, ever since then,
Hmm.
I've been looking at the totals. They don't always add up to 100, but yeah, it is actually
Huh.
100. If you actually saw the exact percentage, it would actually.
Right, right. It's like
So
11.2 or Naruto and One Piece. Yeah, One Piece is huge. I've tried to get into it at first, and then I was like, I didn't keep up with it, and now there's just like 900 chapters, and it's just there's no catching up on that now. If you haven't been with it, you haven't been with it. There's no catching up.
I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna look that up.
Naruto
Yeah.
or One Piece?
Uh,
Naruto is this dude. Yeah, you probably see a bunch of people
oh, okay.
cosplay that one.
Not seen that one. Sorry. So
Hmm.
It's Naruto. Is it a U or V? Is it
It's a
Naruto?
U.
Is it
Naruto.
Naruto? Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Naruto.
How old is this one? Is it?
It's got to be fairly old now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Look at the
And then
next
One
one.
Piece, like I was saying, One Piece is very, 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 very big. And people are like crazy about this one.
What is One Piece? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But One
One
Piece.
Piece. So the concept of the show is there are a bunch of pirates, and this one big pirate hid all of his treasure in one piece, and so all of the pirates of the world are trying to find the One Piece and claim it for themselves.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
we don't know what the One Piece is or where it is, and it's been going on for years, and we still have at least I think 5 years before we find out what even is the One Piece or where it is. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's still ongoing, is what you're saying
Oh
right now?
yes, oh yes.
Oh, okay.
And like I said,
Okay.
they're already on chapter 900 something. So
Doesn't that get kind of maybe for this it doesn't, but sometimes you watch something and you know they're always searching for something and then it's like they never find the answer, or is it? It's,
I mean, they'll find it eventually, but it's been a while. But it's also the kind of thing where it seems like the writers have a clear idea of where, like they're not just randomly writing; they have a clear storyline. So it makes it better that they know what they're doing rather than just kind of dragging it out to drag it out.
okay, gotcha. All right, next one we got Pretty Cure series. Is that what it says?
Don't know Pretty Cure series.
Kind of like Sailor Moon, but not everyone. No, okay, not
I feel
everybody.
like everybody would know Sailor Moon versus Pretty Cure.
I mean to click on this thing there. So,
Yeah.
uh, Cure, Pretty Cure. Let me see. I'm gonna see what that looks like here. Here we go. Okay, yeah, and then when I clicked on his
Hmm.
channel there, it looks like that something similar is coming up there. So,
Hmm.
all right, okay, that. All right,
And then yeah,
my favorite anime is Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Yeah.
Not familiar with that one. Sorry. Is that a good one?
I haven't watched it, but I've heard it's good. Let's see. I've been watching anime since I was 4 in 2006. I hate that. That makes me feel old, but okay. I've seen small clips of DBZ and Pokemon. My first anime that I actually sat down to watch was My Hero Academia back in April 2020. After being inspired by COVID-19 pandemic to get into anime and Japanese stuff. Dragon Ball Z, fantastic. My Hero Academia, also fantastic. I'm also still kind of mad about the reveal that just happened that I won't talk about in case people don't actually read the manga version of it. They only watch the anime. But the reveal of the traitor is
Oh,
out, and I am not happy. Not happy, not happy, not happy.
oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes, and it's too new for me to say who it is, but I can just say that I am not happy about it.
Oh, so are you going to continue watching?
Yes, but still not happy about it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'm actually reading it as well. Each they put out a new chapter every Friday, and the anime is a little bit behind the manga, which is the written version.
Gotcha. Okay. The next one we got, what is that?
JoJo, that's a real popular one with high schoolers right now. I know that because my mom works at a high school and she keeps asking me, "What is JoJo?"
Oh,
So that
he's got Kentucky Fried, Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken logo avatar there. So,
yeah, I see that. Only
um,
good anime is movies. There's 5 manga worth reading. GITS, Vampire Hunter, Blood Rust, Shiguri, and Gantz. I don't know any of those except Vampire Hunter.
okay.
But this person clearly has opinions. There's only 5 manga worth reading.
Mhm.
Manga,
Manga.
actually.
What does that mean? Manga.
Manga is the Japanese cartoon, comic books.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
I
right.
have several of those. I actually have the first Inuyasha in Japanese, which I go through every once in a while when I'm trying to improve my Japanese a bit.
Oh, okay. I think I've only ever owned maybe 2 comic books in my entire life, and that was just I don't remember. Oh, one of them was a Wolverine comic book. That was way back in the day, and people didn't know who Wolverine was, and
Wow.
it was kind of cool. I don't know what happened to it. It's probably lost.
You should have kept that, man. Do you have any idea how much comic books are worth these days?
Yeah. Oh well.
Especially like comic books from the 50s to the 70s. Those comic books are worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
I told it to my mother, who took all my stuff and just sold it back in the day. So
Oh, that's rough, man. That's real rough. My
yeah.
boyfriend has a comic collection. He's got like eight, a set of 8 specific comics that are worth like $15,000.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I collect actually I collect things that are like I collect older full size cars. So
Oh,
mine are rare. So like
that's
talking about
awesome.
the Mercedes Benzos, and there was only 3 of those. Like I
Hmm.
own 2 cars that were there of the exact model that were made. There were like 949 ever made.
Wow.
There's only supposed to be like maybe 3 or 400 left of them. So I own 2 of them. So uh,
Wow.
they're highly sought after models, cars too. I
That's
bought them
awesome.
right before the price increase it happened. So they would, when I bought them, they were relatively cheap. I paid like 19,000 for one and like 18,000 for the other. So
Whoa, that's
and
awesome.
they're well in the 100,000 range at least by for sure by now. So but
That's awesome.
so, but yeah, that's my collection of cars. So what I collect, I should say. So um
Mm-hmm.
let's see, last one there, anime mecha robot series. Is that what it says? Is
Yeah,
it
I
mecha?
don't know
Is
that
it
one.
mecha or mecha?
Mecca.
Is
Yeah.
okay.
Could be Meta. I don't know.
Is that a good one, or
I don't know that one.
is Wendy that said that one? Okay, well that's good. Okay, well thanks everybody for participating in that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's very
actually, I got one
fun.
more comment. There's one more comment here. Let's see what it was.
Dragon Ball Z.
There
Oh
we go.
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z is some good stuff.
That's interesting about Dragon Ball. I obviously I don't keep up to date with this stuff, but I find it interesting. What you said, they came out in the 1990s. Is that right?
Yeah, and they're making new ones now, but it's a different series. There's Dragon Ball, so there's Dragon Ball, then there's Dragon Ball Z, then there's Dragon Ball GT, which nobody talks about because it sucks, and now there's Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, so what
But
was?
the thing that I hated about watching Dragon Ball Z on TV when I was younger is that it took forever for them to do anything. If you know, you know, because there's like, I don't know if they were waiting for the manga or they were doing what they were doing, but oh my God, it took forever. Like, there's this one scene where this guy is running down this road, and I swear he's running down this road for like 7 episodes, and at one point he falls off and he has to start back at the beginning. I was so mad because you're watching it on TV and every week you're waiting for the story to advance, and Goku is just still running down Snake Way. It's just, it took forever.
So the show you watching it, you had to do it. Watch like it's like a video game. You had to start all over again, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it took forever. Yeah. So Dragon Ball originally came out in 1984.
Oh, that. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay, that's go back. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then Dragon Ball Z started in 1989. And then let's see. Then it was GT, which like I said, nobody talks about because it was terrible. That was 96. And now they're on Dragon Ball Super, which is relatively new. It came out in 2015.
So, as far as your collection, how far back does your collection go?
Mm, let's see. I started watching anime in, I want to say, 2002. Um, I started with Inuyasha. I mean, I had seen some Dragon Ball on television, and I'd seen um Sailor Moon and stuff. But the first real show I got into was Inuyasha, and that came out in 2000.
Okay. And
Yeah.
as far as what you watch, was it originally voiced in Japanese and then translated
Um
to English, or how did you?
yeah, that's how it usually goes. They're usually all put out in Japanese and then they get translated.
Which
And
which do you watch, the original or the translated version?
both. So the original comes out first and then they'll translate it later. So if you want to watch it beforehand, you have to watch the original Japanese. Um it also helps a little bit because I'm trying, I do like the Duolingo every day and I have some Japanese textbooks. I've always just found the Japanese language very fascinating.
Hmm.
So it helps to like watch that. Although I try and watch a few things that aren't anime because it also doesn't help that they're talking about all this crazy stuff like fighting demons and stuff. You're not going to need to know how to say, help me fight this demon nowadays. So some of it
Oh,
is good help to listen to and some of it's not.
oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, the only thing Japanese I have, I purchased a Japanese version of the PlayStation 2 game console so that
Mm.
because I was going to make videos of, because the video game I have the most on my gaming channel is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And so they made a Japanese version of that game. So I wanted to make some videos in Japanese just for fun. And that was the only way
Okay.
That's the only way I could do it without modifying the game. I could have modified it, of course, but I wanted to have unmodified versions of the game. So, and so
Right.
I actually bought it was hard to because when I first bought it, everything was in Japanese, but there was there was actually an option in there to switch it to English. I just had to play around with it until I finally found the option to switch it over to English. So,
Mhm.
but the game was still in Japanese, which was important. I wanted the Japanese to be in, but just trying to start the PlayStation 2, I didn't want that to be in Japanese because that was a pain trying to figure out because I couldn't read it at all.
Right, right.
So, but I think that's the extent of what I have. The only thing I have right now in Japanese is that, and the 4 games that came out with that. There were 4 different versions
Mhm.
of that game. So, but
Yeah.
so, all right. Okay. So,
Yeah.
that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one right there. So, okay. All right. Well, did you want to add anything before we wrap everything up?
Um, I don't think so. Hopefully everybody will get some more wintry weather to make it feel a little more like Christmas.
Yeah. And yeah, thanks everybody. And don't forget, if you want to help support us, we have our affiliate link in the description below for NordVPN. So click on that.
Mhm.
You'll get a deal. I know that when I looked at it, it is definitely a better deal than if you just go directly to their website. So,
For sure.
and anything if you purchase that helps us run run our programming. So we really appreciate that. So,
Mm.
and I agree. Yeah, there's a hope. Well, actually, I don't mind the warm weather too much. It's not too bad. But yeah, if you're looking for something for more of a white Christmas thing, yeah, you're not going to get that
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But
I see somebody else replied to the thing and said Death Note is my favorite anime to consume. I'm trying to watch Code Geass because of an obsession with Hitomi no Tsubasa, but I don't have time to watch the damn series, so I'm leaning towards I don't care. Code Geass is very good. Death Note, phenomenal.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
never okay. Yeah, this is all of this is very foreign to me. So I apologize. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here to translate all of this, and or I don't translate the right word, but at least explain it, I should say. So
Mhm.
for me, so otherwise this would be way over my head. So. But that doesn't mean I don't appreciate everyone leaving the comments. This is things I'm not just nowhere familiar with. Like I said, the only 2 shows I remember watching were those 2 I mentioned earlier, which were Star Blazers and the old what was it? Speed Racer. Speed Racer. So
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm not even sure if people can like you said they were anime, but I'm not sure how
Yeah.
many people would consider them anime. So
Yeah, I
but
don't know.
so alrighty. Well, thanks everybody. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.